hand situation in an interview. We opted not to do the interview because
that was a miscalculation of either strength or speed. Marquez had it in his hard right hand by Salido.
And
now Marquez gets there to the body, but Salido was able to get his right elbow down and block it. Now he leads with the right. Marquez leads back with.
They didn't want. They wanted another fast fight.
And this is a technical fight, and the distance that these.
Salido continues in the mode of laying back and trying to make Marquez come to opportunity to jab. Now right hand lands for Salido. Now good right hand. Knockouts in 9 of his last 10 bouts. Came in to face Marco Antonio Rubio of Mexico.
Regardless, even at the risk of being caught. To get back to something you were speaking of earlier, Larry.
An improvement in their overall program over a long period of time. Now they trade.
They're going to end up going into some slugfest situations.
Marquez in their first round throw more big left hands.
Well, that was the case. To me, it was more of Marquez was going.
That Pacquiao has a repeating motion. Jab, jab, left hand. Jab, jab, left, over and over and over. He reacted to it in a far more positive way.
And it changed the entire fight.
And all of a sudden, you know, he's fighting a very slow fight. Very, very little activity. Juan Manuel Márquez walked.
He's really like choked as he's gotten up to his big moment right now.
A big and glorious image, so maybe it was he's about ready to hurt Salido with the right hand.
Well, both guys better be careful of each other's right hand.
And Marquez caught. And he lands another hard right hand on the tells you you're playing into the hands of Marquez when you do it, because this is exactly.
You can maybe take him out of a stream, but right now the way that he's fighting a perfect fight for Marquez to relax and fight the way he wants to.
Salido winging the right hand over the top. Marquez saw it a mile away. Salido goes in a couple times recently and
a little bit more warmed up now, and the fight right now is going to be a much better fight for him. In fact, this is one of his best rounds.
In round 5, Orlando Salido threw 44 punches.
Good puncher though, and he's sit back, you know, fight for the world. You try to take the championship from the champion. You don't try to win it. And
look as though he wants to take any chances whatsoever tonight after having been forced to gamble against Pacquiao.
Recent exchanges as recently, Salido has landed just as much as he.
But he hasn't landed a combination really. And he hasn't landed.
He hasn't been able to sustain any kind of good attack to maybe 2 or 3 punches in a row.
There's a hard right hand by Salido. Marquez. There's a good 1-2 inside. Athletic Commission is telling De La Hoya he can only have part of the hand wrap, the top of the knuckle.
Something that's more than that. It could be a case of, once again, Oster behind the knuckle towards the wrist.
So the tape normally does not phrased incorrectly exactly what I was told about the disagreement. We'll hope that Larry can find out more. Salido fires his right wide. Marquez.
In the last 3 rounds.
Is about as experienced as any trainer in the sport. Longtime trainer of Mexican legend Daniel Zaragoza. Overexcited. A little nervous perhaps after the first round of the Pacquiao fight. Left hook to the body, left hook upstairs by Marquez. Now he lands a. Stepping up the tempo a little bit, seizing the initiative. Salido man scheduled 12. Orlando Salido still occasionally looking for opportunities.
Balance a lot as he throws punches, and Marquez is beginning to lay back and take advantage of that.
They're fighting at a pace at which both fighters are throwing an average of about 40 to 45 punches per round.
Once again, you can see step back and takes advantage of the counter punches.
He's perfectly content to work his way through a dull decision here if necessary.
88 to 83, 7 rounds to 2. Juan Manuel Márquez. Jim, I got to.
Credit up for he's not that easy to hit. Good balance, punches good himself, and it seems to me
losses in his career. Salido has worked hard.
The chin of Salido just a few seconds ago.
And there's a hard right hand. Could see it coming and get a left hand up to block it, but no. And there's another hard right hand by Marquez and a left hook up inside that landed on the chin.
And Marquez is very comfortable in this style. You know, it was between rounds because he knows that early next year he's going to get a rematch against Pacquiao.
Marquez has determined that the next risk he takes will be the first risk he...
Before that, Kevin Kelly. A lot of wonderful featherweights in the last decade.
I was told that too. I think he's became a little bit jealous of the publicity that's going with this boy, Amir. Hamed was a very, very colorful fighter for a while.
Manny, surely a grown man like Prince Nassim wouldn't fall under the left eye and a bump above the left eye from hard punches that Salido landed in the last round. And Marquez seemed, this is round 12. I think I'd better knock Marquez out.
You know what? This be interesting. Something I've been still impressed with Salido. I think
fight somebody like Pacquiao. It takes a long time to develop the right instincts to have real comfort in a
discount those losses when I see what they've turned pro at 15 and 16.
Salido wants a power fight the way he's fought the 11th and 12th. We'd have had some. Solid left hook. 10 seconds to go. Both guys want to finish with a flourish.
Well, better late than never.
The WBA IBF featherweight champion of the world, Juan Manuel Márquez.